And we are back this time for Mental Health Month. We're also raising money for charity. Let me put some charity in the chat.
Yeah!
We are raising money for Beyond Blue, but we are going to get stuck straight into today's session because we missed out last week. And I know everyone here at the table has been itching and raring to go to get back into it.
I was going to say something, but it's mental health month, so I won't make that joke. No, I was good. I'm around for something else after this weekend.
Okay. So you're going to say I'm itching because of something that happened on the weekend, and that's just typical Sorn behavior.
Yes, I am a Horlock.
When last we left our heroes, they were had just made their way out of the Witchlight Carnival. They had pilfered a pocket watch off Mr. Witch, one of the co-founders of one of the co-owners of the carnival. And they found themselves back in the real world, having leveled up. Everyone leveled up.
Mm-hmm.
But unrested, as the Witchlight Carnival took place over the evening, and they have, with daybreak, emerged out into the forest with Damrakir and the Rothe. And in the very last spot we left our heroes, Karu, over the sound of the babbling brook that feeds the pond you were looking at, you heard cries for help that were cut short. And then emerging from the water in front of you was a deep, dark shape that, thanks to your excellent perception check, resolved into the jaws of a crocodile as it leapt out and tried to bite at you. And we're rolling initiative.
Yeah.
I realized I didn't actually do my D8 for health, so I just need to do one more. Use my new dice. Oh, it's an 8. No, I'm not actually kidding. I'm not kidding.
That new dice feel.
Yeah, absolutely. They're really nice. I'm really happy with them.
Yeah, it's a 20. Or 17.
Hey.
Unnatural 20. But...
Oh, I got a 17 too.
You have a -1?
Yes. He's an old man, okay? He's not a
Slow
sexy boy, he's an old man.
He's me today.
Yeah, I consciously made my dex the -1 because he's an old
19.
man and I have many regrets.
I got a 16.
Okay, I'll update yours. So Pauly was 19, was it?
That's correct, yep.
And 16 for Karu. Well, you're all slowpokes compared to Damrakir,
Oh,
the greatest alleged smuggler of all time.
it's those thighs.
It is those thick thunder thighs.
Don't mention them thighs. Sorn might start hitting on him.
Um, Alright. I'm a tickle. Damrakir, faster than all of you, yells, "Look out! Wharf rats!" And of course, he also looks to you all and says, "Well, are those shark guys with you?" And he points over, and if you remember, there are sort of shark deriders, shriders, if you will, that are off to the side there, kind of just watching all this play out. But Damrakir jumps into action, rushes forward, and tries to uses his rapier to attack this little wharf rat. But misses, unfortunately, which leaves us open for Sorn.
All right. Well, starters, Sorn's just going to be like, holy shit, what is going on right now? Like, well, one moment we were... Anyway. And Sorn is going to target the big boy in front of him. Oh, wait a minute. There's a wolf right in front of him. He has to do something about that first. He's going to poison spray this wolf rat.
All right. It's the wolf rat right up in your grill, nipping at your heels, poking its head out of the water. Now, is this a melee attack or a ranged attack?
It is a range/area attack.
Okay, then that's fine. So it has to make a saving throw, is that
DC
right?
16 con save.
Alright. The wolf rat does not hit your DC, and so it takes 6 poison damage.
Mm-hmm.
The wolf,
that's it.
Wolf rat is bloodied. It doesn't like that.
Mm-hmm. Better not like that. That was basically all I can do. So someone's just going to stand there.
All right.
Wait a second. Let me just have a look at that real quick. Poison spray is 10-foot ranged area. So 10 feet. There's no way I can hit both. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Pauly, you're up, and then it'll be Yama and Karu after that poisoned wolf rat.
Perfect. Well, after that really lovely rest that Pauly had, he thought of something while he was like, in that little middle point between her, like, coming from the Witchlight Carnival, nicking the stopwatch, and then now. So he's going to use Panache on the big crocodile. So that is my persuasion against your insight.
Hey, now, Crocodile isn't very insightful.
I didn't think so.
So you have to beat... you have to beat a 16.
Mm-hmm. You have to beat a 16?
Yeah, actually rolled very well, this giant crocodile.
18, because I have plus 10 for persuasion.
Hell yeah.
God.
So what does this new ability look like?
So Panache is like, if I like to believe if I'm using it on like an animal, what Paul is doing is, because he can't really understand much, so he does some flips up in the air, really spreads those wings out, makes him look really, really big, and kind of like just makes him like unconfident in like his choice of attacking us, because now there's this big like rainbow creature attacking him. But Panache, like, yeah, it could be like me like, sassing him out and then making them feel uncomfortable too.
Excellent. So in game terms, what does that do?
So on success, a hostile creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than you for 1 minute.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, or until one of your allies engages it or gets more than 60 feet from you.
Okay,
so, yeah.
it sees you, it sees the colors. This crocodile is focused on you and will not attack your allies effectively unless there's no other option.
Yeah, they attack.
Really
And I'll yell out to everyone, attack the wharf rats.
Cool.
Take out the wharf rats first.
Now, is that your full action?
That's my full action, but I can do my bonus action, which I will attack one of the wharf rats. Just attack with Talon. 17 to hit.
17 will definitely hit.
Beautiful. Oh, 39 damage.
Yeah, so that wolf rat.
I've got more sneak attack now.
That wolf rat is obliterated. And leaves just a small floating Swiss cheesed rat floating there, belly up in the water. formally
And I'll-
close to Karu and Yama.
Yeah, and I'll just move like one step ahead to kind of try to get like the crocodile's attention. Keep that panache going, the wings out.
Cool. Alright, the wharf rat that you attacked Sorn is going to come up and try and bite you. Now, do you have all your hit points?
No, I do not.
Okay, so it's going to attack with advantage.
So,
as
can
it
I
goes
take
into
an opportunity attack? And does that resolve first or second?
Is this because of your sentinel feat?
Yes.
That's a reaction, I believe, to do this. So
Okay,
you
so it's
will
after.
essentially punish it after the fact, after it hits. You can definitely do that if you want to roll that now, as I resolve this
Yeah,
one.
that's
So
good.
the rat goes into a bit of a blood frenzy, smelling your blood in the water, Sorn, and bites into you with a 18 to hit.
Yeah.
It's going to do 4 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, a 10 is not enough to hit it in return, Yama.
I'm going to Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay, yeah. So as Yama swings the blade at this small thing, it kind of dips under the water away from Yama's sword. And it will attempt to get away from this.
So it needs to make a DC 16 Dex save.
It definitely fails that. So as it as it attempts to duck under the water, it avoids Yama's blade, but the fire lashes out from you and boils away at the water it was hiding behind and broils this thing alive. Yama.
I think I might take a page from Pauly's book, and I'm going to cast Compelled Duel on the crocodile, which basically means that he has to attack me or have disadvantage. So now we're kind of covered.
He has double disadvantage.
Yes.
You link panache. Is there anything? Is there anything about? Because Yama's casting a spell effectively through his blade. Does that undo your panache though, Pauly, or can they stack?
Oh, I definitely don't want to undo it.
On a success, a hostile creature has a disadvantage on attack rolls against targets and can't make opportunity attacks against other targets other than me for 1 minute, or until one of your allies engages it, or it gets more than 60 feet from you. So I'm assuming that would mean engaging. So yeah, that just bounces it off.
Yeah, so
That's engagement.
You can still do this. This creature is focused on Pauly and ignoring everyone else. You can certainly say, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to make it focus on me, though, because I'm not a squishy bird. But just so you know, it is, it will undo.
It's the same ability, essentially.
It's effectively the same, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for you to keep doing that, or you can obviously change your mind if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll just change my mind, and maybe I'll move into a better position to attack it eventually. But so I'll move there, but then I'll swing at this little poisoned wharf rat.
Little rat boys.
That one's
Oh,
dead.
it's dead. Oh, then I will compel duel this big bad guy.
You can't be opportunity attacked by this, by the way. So you can
move away
fucking
from it.
move away if you want to.
Yeah.
That's part of the panache thing. So no opportunity of attacks on you guys.
Well, there's these shark dudes above us, so maybe what I'll do is I'll move like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to this wolf rat here and just kind of keep an eye on the shark boys. Like, have they noticed us at all?
Yeah, they've seen you. They're watching, but they don't seem to be moving towards you.
All right. Well, then I'll just pick off this wolf rat in front of me
Cool.
with my blade. 19.
19 will definitely hit.
Good.
Now, which blade are you using?
I am using his regular. Oh, wow, I did not mean to, but I have swung with the blade of Commander Ledros, so I guess I'm using that one.
So 5 damage on this wharf rat. It doesn't like that at all. It squeaks and squeals as you dig the blade into it. I think you get a second attack.
Yeah, cool. Going in. Oh, almost a 19. 11. Lame.
11's not going to cut it, unfortunately. Just a little bit too short, as the blade that you took from the Dread Commander Ledros is letting off sort of blue and purpley smoke, perhaps distracting you somewhat from this next strike. And that's it, I think, for your turn.
Mm-hmm.
As we look at Karu, you have a bunch of Rothe and Diana Cloppington at your back. And of course, a couple of extra wharf rats, potentially trying to bite at your compatriots.
Karu's gonna go around because Pauly told him to not bother with the crocodile. He's gonna go up to this wharf rat and he's gonna swing at it with his cutlass.
Slap them wharf rats. Once the wharf rats are dead, then we can just go to Pound Town.
9 slashing damage.
9 slashing damage. That's exactly enough. As you murderize this poor creature, one of God's creatures.
Yeah, just cut it straight in half, essentially.
As it kind of leaps up to bite at you, you're just able to pull the scimitar, across your path and slice it into.
It's like Fruit Ninja. It like leaps up to get me in the face, and I just through the half of it. Well, I didn't expect that to happen, so he kind of does, and he's like, And he looks to Pauly for a second. He's like, "Are you sure I can't hit the crocodile?"
For it.
Go for it. Okay.
Actually, I'll wait till his turn. But that's all right. Fuck it, doesn't matter. Go for it. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to take a swing at the crocodile.
Alrighty.
It was worth it for even just getting out of opportunity attacks.
19?
19 will definitely hit the crocodile.
11 slashing damage.
Alright. This crocodile made of sterner stuff than a simple wharf rat sort of thrashes and bares its teeth at you, snapping. And doesn't like that one bit.
I think for my bonus action, I'm going to activate my Crimson Rite, the Rite of Flame, on my cutlass.
Alrighty.
So I'm just going to take my necrotic damage. But you can move on. I'm just going to roll that.
Cool. Alright, Wharf Rat is going to attack Damrakia. Damrakia hasn't taken damage because he didn't take any custard damage or anything in the Feywild. But he is the great Damrakia, and he says, "What ho!" as he kicks the Wharf Rat back into the water with a splash. Yama, the Wharf Rat that's on you, are you at full health?
I am. I thought we were healed from the custard.
You were healed from any custard damage, yeah, that's right. I think other people had damage from other things.
No, he is definitely fully healed.
Alright, it does not attack with advantage then, as it does not go into a blood frenzy. However, I assume a 23 hits.
Yes.
And so it's going to do 4 piercing damage to you.
No, with its tiny fangs.
Yeah, if we had kept the custard damage, we would be dead.
Yeah.
We fully died.
We definitely died 100 times over.
There's you're in the water. There's sort of this pond isn't too particularly deep, Yama, where you're standing, and sort of especially where Sorn and Pauly are standing. But you start to feel vibrations in the water. Ripples start emanating out from the island in the center, and one of the tree branches reaches out and crosses over the sort of boughs reach out over the edge of the lake, and attempt to lift up one of the Rothe.
Not the Rothe, fuck.
Oh, leave my damn cows alone.
The Rothe's armor class. Oh yeah, easy mode. One of the Rothe is hoisted into the air, now grappled by a giant, by one of the branches of the tree that has seemingly come alive. And you see that this tree actually opens up its trunk, and a howl, an unearthly howl, comes out from it.
I'm so glad you activated the flame blade, Katie.
Ow.
Yeah, I know. Good timing on that.
Great timing.
Oh shit! This thing makes heaps of attacks. Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
one has grabbed a Rothe. One reaches out to grab Damrakia. Yep. Damrakia is also grappled and hoisted upon his own petard into the air. Okay, and then the rest of the branches start waving around as if by a storm. One of them attempts to hit you, Yama.
Mm-hmm.
First one's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yep.
That is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Another branch comes down to hit you, Karu, for 20 to hit.
Yeah.
How did that reach?
The fuck?
That's 19 bludgeoning damage.
What?
One of the branches
Ouch.
comes down to hit you, Pauly. That's a 28 to hit. Oh my god, I'm on fire
Oh my
today.
god.
That is 20 damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Alright. And one attempts to hit you, Sorn, for 21 to hit.
Alright, the tree
that's-
dies first.
17 bludgeoning damage. Alright. The crocodile, still very impressed by your tasty-looking wings, Pauly, is going to attempt to bite you.
This is where the disadvantage will be useful. Alright, I'll take the crocodile, you guys take the tree.
17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
Alright. And the crocodile, thrashing about, tries to hit you, Karu, with its tail. And this is going to be a 11 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. You hear,
Oh.
as you jump out of the way, you hear the shark people to the north of you communicating with each other, and you understand the language they're speaking in, sort of a rough, but it's definitely a sea elfish language.
What are they saying?
They're at first they were like, oh, these idiots, they don't know what they're doing. And then when you've leapt out of the way of the crocodile tail, one of them's kind of elbowed the other one and gone, hey, did you see that? Is he one of ours? Damrakia, the legend, the man, the myth, is going to take bludgeoning damage because he's grappled. Okay.
Oh. Actually, should I take the tree if he actually hits this hard? Disadvantage on him would be a good idea. If you guys drop the crocodile.
I was going to do a disadvantage thing on the tree on my turn.
I think we will have plenty of
turn
spells.
first. Yeah.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to do? I can take the tree or the crocodile. I can use panache again. So beauty of rogues. It's not like it's a spell.
Damrakia starts hacking at the vine that's holding him, and is unable to seemingly cut through it. He's still being kind of hoisted aloft by this, and I guess the Rothe takes damage too.
Did the crocodile do 2 attacks?
Yes, it tried to bite Pauly, and it tried to whip you with its tail.
Just quickly, Timmy, the thing that I can do affects things that do multi-attacks, but it actually deals them damage as well, so I can do either of them.
Do the tree. I'll take the crocodile.
Cool.
In game terms, the tree also has multi-attack, just to give you a heads up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it attacked, 3 of us at the same time?
It makes
It was
4
like
attacks.
4 attacks, yeah, way more useful then. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll get the tree.
All right, Damrakia spends his whole turn trying to cut this grappling vine while he's yelling, "Don't you know who I am? I'm Damrakia!" Sorn.
I am going to start off by hexing the tree. And I want to give it disadvantage on strength-based checks.
Yep.
With my hex. And then when I attack, it'll be an extra 4 damage. And I'm going to...
So what kind of check does it have to make?
That's just hex. Nothing.
Oh,
it's my
okay.
Warlock hex.
Sorry,
yeah,
right.
It has disadvantage now until hex is over on strength-based.
Crazy. It doesn't even
checks.
have a saving throw or anything.
Yeah, you place a curse on a creature that you can see within range until the spell ends. You deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target, whether you hit it with attack. Also choose one ability when you cast a spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good old Warlock. And then... I'm going to... Because I can't cast another spell, I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
With my flintlock. Give it a... Let's see how that goes. I got one loaded currently, so we're going to give him a shot. And that is a 10 to hit for 6 damage.
10 will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, anyway. I'm also going to use my movement to get the fuck out of dodge. As far back as possible. I think I can get to... Where was I? I was here. So I can go to there. So I still have line of sight on everything. And as I'm running backwards, I'm going to say I've cursed it. Try and wriggle out as best you can. And I'm going to chill in the... A little bit further back. And that's the end of my turn.
Next up, we got Pauly. You're in right in front of this creature. You're up to your shins in water, maybe a little bit deeper. Or maybe drops off a little bit further as this croc was kind of waiting in this water for someone like you to arrive and feed it dinner.
Someone tasty, I guess someone tasty and, with a bit of feathers. Alright, well, Pauly is going to use Panache again, and he's just going to, really shimmy his, wings as he moves around, just try get back the attention of this crocodile, and use that as an action.
Yep.
And then attack for this bonus action with Talon.
Alright.
Uh, 11 to hit. That was a natty 1.
Unfortunately not, then, as you... it has to make a wisdom save, is that right, again?
That's correct. Sorry, yes. Insight, yeah.
Yeah. You'll be interested to know that it has...
that was a natural 20?
It has no training in insight.
Yeah, that was a natural 20 anyway.
Okay, yeah. So
30 in total.
Beats a 5.
Okay, well, the attack still missed, but I'm going to actually, just to make this a bit easier for everyone, I'm going to fly back here. Let him come for me.
All right. Let's give him a little bit of a charmed look. There we go. All right, that's your turn. Yama.
Okay, Yama is just going to hit the guy in front of him.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, what's the deal to sheath and draw? Is that like a movement?
It's a free action to drop something, but not necessarily sheath it. You usually get one free object interaction each round. So I know drawing the sword can be part of your attack action, but sheathing the sword is like, I guess maybe, I don't know. I've certainly punished Katie in the past for trying to use multiple weapons in a turn. But I think that was you attacked and then tried to attack again with something else.
Yeah, I attacked with a bow. Yeah, I attacked with a bow and then tried to attack with a knife. And you were like, "You got to drop the bow." And I was like, "Nothing will go wrong if I do this." And then I lost the bow.
If I remember correctly, I've also been punished while I was still playing Ymir.
Yeah.
No,
So,
Yama definitely doesn't want to drop the weapon, so that's why I asked
One second.
about sheathing. But that's cool. I'll just keep attacking with this blade of the Commander Ledros.
yeah.
He's just oozing that evil energy, and it's really not. It's really hating him.
Yeah. It's punishing you, 100%.
I just really want to kick this rat, so I'm gonna swing again. 21.
You start getting driven into somewhat of a rage. Something comes over
Yeah,
you.
I think. Yeah, he's definitely feeling that the influence of the blade.
But with that
and
second swing, you're definitely able to finish this this creature off, and you look up and you see this sort of large tree, causing all sorts of trouble, holding a half-dead Rothe in the air, and a well, very alive Dumrakir.
Where is Delmarkier in relation to the tree? I can't see him on the page.
He's sort of behind the tree, opposite the tree to you. So I guess you can't see him because the tree's in the way.
Okay, that makes sense.
But he's back here. If you can see where my...
Can I move here without penalty, or will I take an attack?
No penalty.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you sort of slosh through the water. It's potentially a little bit slow going.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can move there. The crocodile seems to be ignoring you entirely.
Yeah, that's cool. I think I'm going to position myself here and get ready for some maybe sentinel defending my friends, but I can't do anything else this turn, so I'm good.
Okay, cool. Karu.
When Karu hears the shark people being like, wait, is he one of ours? I think he'll actually look up and smile. And then before he takes off running to come around here to the tree, and as he's running at the tree, my bonus action, I would like to cast the Blood Curse of Bloated Agony on the tree, which is for the duration, the creature has disadvantage on strength and dex checks and takes 1d8 necrotic damage if it makes more than one attack on its turn.
Okay.
I might amplify it. I'm gonna amplify it, so I'm just gonna amplify it.
Does it resist? Can it resist this at all, or is it just like boom, cursed?
At the end of its turn, it can make a con saving throw.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna
Double cursed now.
That's right.
1. Phew! I take
So it is-
1 necrotic damage.
So it is hexed and cursed. I'll put a little marked sign here as well.
Yeah. And so because I amplified it, that blood curse goes for a minute, unless of course it saves. And then I'm gonna stab it with my cutlass.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely make your attacks. I was gonna say, what was the thing it has weakness on? What ability check does it have weakness on, Sorn? In your hex?
Strength.
Okay, yeah,
So now it's dex as well.
cool.
Okay, so I'm assuming it 26 hits.
Oh yeah. This thing doesn't seem to be particularly armored, but it seems to be, quite thick with 2 C's. It's a big, thick tree boy.
So it takes 9 slashing damage and 3 fire damage. Because I had the Crimson Rite activated.
5 fire, did you say?
3 fire.
3 fire. Okay, yeah.
3 fire.
You definitely think the fire is more effective on this thing.
I thought so as much. I'm like, it is wood. And then second attack, does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Yay. I said roll. 9 slashing damage and 6 fire damage.
Nope.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. The wharf rat that saw you run off, Sorn, is going to rush forward away from all this and start trying to eat the Rothe. But fails to do so.
Nerd.
All right, the tree starts howling in pain from the small fires, the sort of hot knife that you're poking it with, Karu, and it is going to try and hit you for that. With its first attack of the branch.
Yeah, I misread the blood curse and I thought I had disadvantage on attacks. I was wrong. But that's
25 to hit.
Yeah.
It slams a tree branch into you for 22 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
It's going to try and make another attack on Yama.
Let me roll my 1d8 necrotic damage then.
Yeah.
Can I use my sentinel as well for that attack?
Can you read me out Sentinel again? I know I have it on my character in another campaign, but even I can't remember.
Yeah. So when you hit it, that's about movement. So creatures provoke opportunity attacks from you, even if they take disengage action. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
Yeah, you get a free attack on this tree blight. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this because obviously it's grasping some of your friends. You can attack it directly, or you can attack its grasping roots that it's using to pick up the Rothe and Damrakia. They have a certain amount of health, the roots. They can be severed, but severing the roots does not damage the creature, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think by moving closer, I did intend to do that. So I'm going to go for the roots that are holding the Rothe.
Okay.
That is a natty 20!
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, good job.
And so roll that damage for me, and then Karu, you mentioned that D8, is that necrotic damage?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
So what doubles here? Is it just the dice roll?
Yeah, just the dice.
Okay, silly me.
So it should be 2d10 plus 4, rather than
8,
1d10 plus 4.
So 12, so 16 damage.
Let me just take 8 necrotic damage off it to begin with. And then how much... And then you were slicing into the root.
Yeah, the root that's holding the Rothe, yeah.
Absolutely. So you sliced through the root that was holding it in the air, which is good because it was starting to pull the Rothe towards its open maw. The Rothe falls onto the ground and looks like it's going to try and bolt away from this area. That was its second attack and got punished for that. Its third attack is going to be trying to pull in Damrakia for a bite. Seeing as you just took the Rothe right out of its mouth. You took the Rothe right out of its mouth. Yikes. Damrakia is going to take 23 piercing damage.
Shit.
And then with its fourth attack... Cutting the root doesn't hurt the blood, ends the grapple. Okay. It is going to reach out and try and grab you, Yama. But a 13, I assume, will not cut it.
Was that at me, sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Alright. The giant crocodile starts waddling its way towards you, Pauly. It has a speed of 30. So I think it can only just get to you. Yeah. Not have it on people's faces. And it's going to try and bite and slash you with its tail.
Yeah, I thought of something really cheesy that I'm not going to do. Because it's just boring. But I definitely could just fly up, panache them, then fly up, and then go, you can't get me, and then just fucking swoop them until they die if they don't have any ranged attacks. So,
I think, yeah.
That's no fun. That's no fun.
And I thank you for not cheesing it, because
yeah, I just thought about it then. I was like, yeah, I could do that, but that's a dick move.
14 to hit for the bite?
No. Yeah, they're all at disadvantage as well, abilities.
On you, they're at disadvantage?
That's correct, yeah. Just like me.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're at disadvantage, yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Okay, this one's going to be a 24, even with disadvantage. The tail swipe.
Wow. Yeah, that obviously hits.
And that's 18 bludgeoning damage.
I will uncanny dodge that.
And you need to make a DC 16 con save, please.
Okay. That's not going to be very good for me. Oh, wow. Natty 20.
Very good. These cheese dice, stealing the watch, panashing the crocodile, and avoiding being
mate.
knocked prone.
Yep.
All very good. All right, on the at the end of the combat round, or end of the round, the Rothay is going to start bolting, and these Rothay and Diana Cloppington are also going to start trying to run away from this giant crocodile.
Very fair.
So a herd of Rothay comes in and kind of blocks your entire shit, Sorn.
Yeah.
And some of them start moving towards you, some of them start kind of running in the other direction. Damrakia's turn. Excuse me. Alright, Damrakia, gonna try and get out of this root situation. He's not a fan of it. And Damrakia chops through the grasping root and splashes, falling into the pond. But that is his. He's going to try and back up a little bit, actually, but that's pretty much his turn. Sorn.
Can I make my way through the Rothay?
Yeah, I'll say it's like difficult terrain though, perhaps like half speed, just because they're all charging at you effectively.
Okay.
Unless you're going to give them the old Croc Dundee.
I reckon I could make it there?
Yeah. Sure.
Wait.
Let's say yes.
Yeah. 20 feet. That is half my movement.
Cool.
And then I'm going to start blasting at the tree with a firebolt.
Yes.
Give him a bit of burny burns. And that is a 24 to hit for 15 damage plus...
The necrotic as well.
Yep, the necrotic is...
So 15 fire, yep.
And 5 necrotic.
Ooh.
Okay, the tree is not looking happy about that. 16. Yeah, it's pretty much. The tree looks a bit battered and bloodied after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I will
Battered
my
in
turn there and run to the bathroom real quick.
Alright. Pauly, you have a giant crocodile bearing down on you. What do you
I'm still just doing my little dancey dance, and then kind of just duck and weave and dodge, and then as I'm dodging, I'm gonna just try and stab him right in the face with talon.
Yep.
Ooh, 19 to hit.
19 will definitely hit.
Yeah. Oh, wow, I hit everything low. I'm going to re-roll the D8.
Yep.
With Piercer. Way better. So that is 28 damage for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll attack with a dagger in the other hand.
Alright. 28 damage on the crocodile, and then attacking with the dagger.
14 to hit.
14... I think hits... My computer's going a bit slow. 14 is right on the money for that.
Hell yeah. 6 damage.
Okay. You have bloodied the crocodilian.
Beautiful. I'm going to do like a pirouette flip over him and then land this side.
All right. It tries to snap at you as you fly through the air, ineffectively, just cinematically trying to snap at you.
Yeah.
Not a.
I'd love to say that I use his tongue as he goes up as like a launching board to finish the rest of the backflip.
Absolutely, it's like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, where he uses the sword in the lake to keep himself aloft. Like
yeah.
Very good. All right, Yama.
Alright, I'm gonna chuck a healing word at our boy Dumrakia. So that's 3 healing.
I was gonna say he looks mostly fine, but 3 healing.
Oh, okay.
Whereas I was gonna say Karu does not look good. Karu is actually bloodied.
Oh, okay, then let's shoot that at Karu for sure. I thought Dumrakia suffered a heap.
I'll take that 3.
Yama's trying his best. Alright, we're gonna swing twice.
I just want to ask, is that healing word from your sword, or is that a thing that you just have as your artificerness?
Yeah, that's my artificerness.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sweet. Yeah. I was just gonna say, I think without the sword out, you probably can't use its special abilities, right?
Very fair. No, that is sweet. One of my new spells.
Oh, new spells! It's always fun to get new spells.
All right, smack and smack.
Gold 3 healing on Karu. He's feeling mighty safer now. Hey.
Oh, totally.
12 is not enough to cut into this tree, unfortunately, and you start feeling as you're sort of slicing in. Oh, especially with a 1.
Yeah.
The blade perhaps starts like you go to slice into this tree, and you feel like the blade is being disrespected, used in this way.
Yeah.
It's not meant for cutting into trees. It demands flesh.
Yeah. I did try and drop him. Well, I did try and sheath him politely. Alright, that's it.
Alright, Karu.
Cool. So apologies that I didn't remember this, but the bloody mess tattoo actually allows me to crit on a 19, and I got a 19 against the tree in the last round.
Sure.
So can I roll the critical dice damage?
Sure, yeah, roll the additional. Yeah.
Alright, so this is... Yeah, sorry, I just saw it. So this is just the slashing. So 5 additional slashing damage and 2 additional fire damage.
Alright. Cool. Love it.
How hurt does this tree look?
The tree is bloodied. It is under half health. You think it's gonna, like, it's not far. You know, it's gonna require the full attention of you and Sorn again, probably, to fell this thing.
Kill. I think just as a free action, Karu yells at the shark people in Sea Elvish, like, you guys just gonna watch or you gonna join in? And then he's gonna swipe at the tree. 18? That hits.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've decided this. 8 slashing damage and 5 fire damage. And I will second attack, hit it again, hopefully 13.
13 will not hit, unfortunately.
Dang it.
So it's 5 slashing damage and how much fire, sorry?
It was 8 slashing damage and 5 fire damage.
Oh, 5. Okay. Sweet. I misput in a number and then I got frazzled. Alright. It's still not looking great, this thing, but it is still certainly standing. Especially as your next attack, you try and dig into it with the cutlass and you just chip off superficially dead wood with that second strike.
Yep. Yeah, that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. The Wharf Rat's gonna come forward and attack Diana Cloppington.
What a dick.
This is all Sorn's fault that she's here.
Well, I think the rest of you encouraged her to come with. I think Sorn was like,
yeah, fuck you guys.
You stay here, I'll handle it.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you don't need to come. Like, it's okay. And you were like, nah, we'll take a centaur with us.
I was definitely all for taking it. No, it was her name, Cloppington, okay? I didn't care that she was a centaur. It's that Cloppington is a sick last name.
Yeah.
That's what they all say.
She is able to sort of lift up her hooves and kind of back away from this Wharf Rat. You realize she has no weaponry, and she's not even really all that great on her feet as in terms of being a centaur either, as perhaps she's somewhat new to this body, yeah. but that's fine. The tree blight is going to try and grab you, Karu. First attack. It's 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Trying to grapple the grapply boy.
Exactly. It's using its bark-like tentacles, if that's more helpful. You're going to take 9 bludgeoning damage and become grappled.
Cool.
Grappled.
Yep.
What does this do? Cool, yeah. You're grappled and it starts pulling it in. Yama, did you want to take your sentinel attack at this time?
Absolutely. There's absolutely no way that I can reach the roots that are grabbing Karu, right?
Probably not from here. Yeah, probably not from here.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
On your turn, you'll have enough movement. You can move around, I think, though, and get close.
Yeah. Alright, so that's 21.
21 will definitely hit.
He's like willing the sword to swing at this wooden flesh. 9 damage.
9 damage. Cool. Oh. Make a bite attack against the target as a bonus action. It's fun. It is going to try and hit you in response to that with one of its branches sweeping low at the water level and grabbing you. 17 to hit?
Nope.
Okay. Another branch comes out trying to hit Damrakir.
It takes 6 necrotic damage because it's done more than one attack.
Hells
Yes.
yeah, it does. Damrakir narrowly avoids a... Oh, no, wait, no. 15. It hits him. A tree branch comes along and just smacks Damrakir. I forgot, he's unarmored. He's completely shirtless. He takes 16 bludgeoning damage. He is now bloodied and sort of knocked down somewhat in the water.
Is he unarmored, but his armor class is 15?
Well, he's shirtless. He's got a cool necklace.
But his armor class is 15.
He's got a dope puka shell necklace, alright?
Yeah.
It's those washboard abs, you know, those washboard abs. They just deflect everything.
And the full fur?
Yeah.
And he's got cool horns. Everyone, look, we haven't looked at Damrakir in a while. Let's just take some Damrakir appreciation moments.
Oh,
Thank you.
damn.
Check out that big puka shell right in the middle.
I think it's the
You could bounce a
flexing
quarter off
pecs.
those pecs.
Yeah, the flexing pecs is his armor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's also got buns of steel.
It turns away,
And a
any
winning
regular
smile.
weapon.
That a winning smile adds 1 AC.
No, 100%.
That's what I see.
The dude's the guy that walks into a job interview and goes, "I'm hired." And they're like, "Holy shit, okay."
Do you have any weaknesses? My one weakness is I'm too perfect. Pauly, as you've started flying back, though, you get close to the branches of this tree, and the grasping one of them reaches out to attempt to grab you, but a 13, I assume, will not hit.
No, it does not.
Karu, the one that's holding you, though, starts pulling you in towards its maw. This is good. 28 to hit. And the mouth of the tree bites down on you for 15 piercing damage.
Karu is unconscious.
All right.
No!
Oh shit.
But that is the end of this creature's turn, and we.
Does that mean Does that mean your things are gone as well?
It doesn't say it's concentration, but it gets to make a con save anyway at the end of its turn.
Yeah, it's a curse, so it wouldn't be a concentration-based thing.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's no concentration thing on it.
It gets a dirty 20.
Yeah. Okay, it's dropped down.
This thing's gonna fucking die.
Cool. It is still holding Karu, and it is still like munching on Karu. It doesn't seem to know that Karu is no longer alive. Well, you're alive, but you're not conscious. as its barky maw just starts slamming down on you. The crocodile is going to attempt to bite Pauly.
That son of a bitch.
How do we feel about a dirty 20?
Dirty 20 does hit. But even with disadvantage?
Oh, no, I didn't do disadvantage. Sorry. I assume an 11 does not hit.
No.
Thank
God for Panachi.
Yeah, the tail is going to come in this time with disadvantage, because I remembered, and it rolls terribly. In fact, it critically fails. So the crocodile is sort of lunging at you, trying to whip you with its tail, and you're sort of diving over it, cartwheeling around it, giving it the on guard, and then it's trying to sort of snap it where your wings are, but they're obviously a lot easier to pull out of the way as you go in for the lunge. And we get to Damrakir, he yelled. Oh, I guess actually end of the round. Yama and Pauly, from your position, you can see. Wait, can Pauly? No. Can Pauly see those shark boys? I don't think so. But Yama can, and I mean they can still kind of see Karu's unconscious form. Yama, you see one of them start making its way further up the river. They seem to confer with each other in Sea Elvish, and then one starts making its way up the river away from you.
Oh. Bitches.
Yeah. Damrakir gives a bit of the old, he says, "Shape up, you dogs!" And he charges in with his scimitar and goes in for the kill.
Maybe he should be a bard.
17 to hit. Yeah. He brings his scimitar down and chops through the branch that's holding you, Karu, and you flop out of this thing's mouth and onto the ground. With the rest of Damrakir's nonsense, because he has a lot of it, that's actually his full move. He's going to give the scimitar a flourish, and try and stab it in its mouth where it was biting you moments before. And he says, "Unhand my my newest crew member," and then goes in, but the blade kind of gets stuck in what would be considered this thing's teeth, and he's just like, "Help!" And it's Sorn's turn.
All right, Sorn's gonna look around real quick. How is the crocodile looking?
The crocodile is looking bloodied, but not much more than that. It's taken a couple of pokes from Pauly, but not much else, I think.
Well, cool. All right, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to continue blasting. That's all I can really do. So he gets one of these. And he's a 26 for 6 and 6 fire damage and a further 1 necrotic.
Well, that could be the deal breaker, but it's not. So don't worry about
it. Do I have any feats that I could use? No, not that one.
Any
Not that one. When you make it, no, not that one.
sprays.
Any bonus actions? Healing word, 60 feet. Can I see Karu from where I am?
Give me a perception check, because it's sort of behind the tree, but he's kind of maybe right at Damrakir's feet, so Damrakir might be holding him out of the water a little bit. We'll say it's a. Well, no, I don't think.
I'm gonna favored by the gods that and make it again.
Okay.
Like I'm looking really hard.
Yeah, let's say a 13.
Oh, bro. No. Really? Really?
So you look, you can't see Karu anywhere. He might have been eaten by the tree.
All right, well, Karu's, I'm just gonna...
Do you have to see them, or do they just have to be able to hear you?
You have to see them.
Lame.
That's why I was hoping... Like, I can... Physically, token-wise, I can see Karu.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay, then that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was like fully hidden. I didn't.
Oh,
check
yeah,
the
no.
site. Then that's fine. Yeah. You can see him there on the banks of this tiny island. I'll allow it.
I'm just
Face
gonna
down.
shout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout as loud as I can. Get up, you slimy sea dog. And that is 6 points of healing.
Karu just like, oh my god. How do I? Oh, here we go. Practically back to normal.
Karu's right as rain. That was a full heal.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Karu. Looking out for you.
Is that the rest of your turn, Sorn?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I'm not moving closer to that crocodile or that tree.
Shit,
Alright.
Sorry, I didn't mean to roll those.
That's right. It is Pauly's turn now. He was just testing out all his sneak attack.
Yeah, sorry. I was just looking at. I was trying to see if I could like click that and see the scale of like how many I get. Anyway, it's fine. Sorry.
That's all right. It's your turn.
Well, I'm about to use them anyway. So yeah, Pauly is going to do what Pauly does best and start stabbing with Talon. Oh, 17.
That'll definitely hit.
Scared me for a second. I was like, is that a 1 or a 7? Sorry, give it a sec. I'll let that roll. Beautiful. I'm going to have a look at those. Yeah, I'm going to re-roll one of the d6s just for the sneaky damage.
Yep.
There's 3 1s. See if I can add some more onto that. Nope, I can add one more into that. 21.
21 total.
Yep.
All right. This thing's looking pretty beat up. You don't think it could handle sort of another hit like that. But obviously that was a big sneak. What else you
Sneak
got?
boy. Just a dagger attack. Just literally just go stab and then slap. I go stab as well. Stab.
Now, how long does Panache last? Is it just
1 minute.
Oh, yeah, heaps of time. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, 1 minute. So 6 rounds, I guess.
Yep.
Do you want me to keep
No, we're on round 4 now. I think you did it on round 2, so...
I did, yeah.
It'll be 10 rounds. Would
17 to hit again? Yep, all good.
10 times 6?
Yep, 17. And yes, you're right, 10 rounds.
9 damage for that one.
9 damage. Alright, the crocodile doesn't love that. But doesn't hate it, you know?
I am going to just move over here because I don't want to be hit by the tree.
Yep.
So I'm just going to do a little flippy thing around the crocodile again, just to there.
Cool.
Appears up against the wall next to Sorn, just like, hey, bro. I think we're safe here.
Yama.
Alright, Yama is just going to bonus action Shield of Faith on Karu, so that's a +2 to AC. And then I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna drop. He's seen his ally fall, and kind of come back. Dumraki is doing way more than Yama is, so he's gonna drop the blade of Commander Ledros and draw his katana of the way.
Yep.
17.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom. Oh God.
You try to drop the blade, but are unable to.
Oh, okay.
It refuses to be let go from your hand.
Okay, well then actually I can't do the what did I do? Shield of Faith.
Shield
then.
of Faith. Oh, okay, because that's from your other sword.
Yeah.
So you're like, I need to drop this blade, and you can feel it saying, no, we have so much left to accomplish.
All right, so then I guess we
that soul over there, he's almost he was just brought back from the precipice. He is food. Bring that soul to me.
Oh. Am I feeling do I have to now obey the sword because I failed that wisdom save, or is it just still talking?
It's just
nonsense
talking,
in
but it refuses to be let go.
Alright, I really don't like it. Yama's just gonna like a little step so that Karu is not visible. He's behind the other side of the tree. I'm gonna attack now properly with the blade of Commander Ledros. Oh, he's feeling it. 27.
Yeah. So you're sort of, the blade is like, yes, okay, the soul is on the other side of this tree. We'll cut this tree down, and then you'll get there.
And max damage 14.
14, very good. The tree is still standing, but another couple of swings like that, and you think you could break out what's holding it to this island and kind of tear it apart.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take my second attack. 23.
That'll hit.
Pray for good juju. Cool. 12. And then I think I'll actually action surge if the tree's looking that close to death and take one more.
Yeah, so the 12 is good, but not quite enough to fell it. But you can hear creaking. You can see sort of its roots being ripped out of the ground as it's losing purchase as you keep hacking away at this thing, and the sword glows with blue, glowy power. And you think another hit like that will definitely finish this thing off. Okay,
well, let's go for it. Hey, look at that!
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Sweet, and I'll just roll one more d10. Hey, look at that. 15 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, he's really like, I think he's actually like maybe like crying a little bit. He's actually like feeling really like manipulated and kind of disgusted by this sword and the fact that it's put this thought into his head that he should like take the life of his friend. He gets along really well with Karu, and he's like basically using this evil vengeance that the sword is feeding in him and letting it think that he's gonna let the blade get to Karu if he can chop through it. And then I want to, as he kind of finishes his swing and the tree is dead, I really want to throw the sword. Like, just let it go, basically.
You kind of drop to the ground, but because it's still that same turn, the wisdom save, you drop it into the water, but it's still stuck to your hand, instead of just like weighing your hand down in the water right now.
Okay.
Now, I believe you have one extra attack action, but you don't even have enough movement to really go anywhere anyway. And it is Karu's turn. You look up, and the tree is no longer moving. And you can kind of see sort of a bluish glow around the sides of it from where Karu sort of stabbed it in the middle, sword in the stone style. But yeah.
I think as the tree kind of like falls, because like Yama's basically on the opposite side of it, I feel like Karu sees that and he sees like Yama cut, and so initially he's like cheering, he's just like, yeah, but then when Yama kind of drops to his knees and looks really distressed, he gets really confused. He's just like, okay. And then he's like, looks at Dumrick, he's like, I'm not feeling so good. Do you reckon they've got it? Do you reckon they need me for the crocodile? And he just kind of like...
Dumrick looks at you, looks over at the crocodile, looks over at the Rothe, and he's like, I think the other boys can handle this. He's also like covered in scratches from trees and also tree women from the day before. He's actually covered in all sorts of branch-like scratches, not just from this fight.
That's fair. That's fair. I think I'm just gonna go over. I'm just gonna get a little closer. I can't get to the rat, so I'm just gonna. Nope, can't race through a wall.
So you can probably go about 20 feet, just because I think because you're unconscious, you would have dropped prone.
Oh yeah, cool. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I can get to there.
You can take your action to dash, or of course you've got other actions you can do, now that you can kind of see the Rothe. One of them that was in the jaws of the beast so to speak, is injured, but all the others seem fine. Diana Cloppington putting up an excellent job fighting off this wharf rat.
Yeah. And then Carrot, I think Carrot's just like, I think he just maybe sort of leans against one of the tree branches and kind of catches his breath. I'm not going to do anything on my turn.
Yep, that's cool. All right. The wharf rat attacking Diana Cloppington. It sort of starts sniffing the air, sniffing for your blood, Sorn. It dives through her legs, beneath her legs, and out the other side to come bite at you with advantage. 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Well, prepare to fall with 4 damage.
Yep, I'll take that 4 damage, and I will raise you. A 2nd level Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh. So he's gonna.
I'm just pissed off.
Yeah, he's gonna make a dex save. Is that right?
Yeah, 16 DC.
Ooh, he rolled an 18.
Well, he takes 13, so 6 damage.
6 damage. That definitely bloodies the creature. It is slightly faster, maybe because it's in this blood frenzy.
I also, because it's still in the same round, can I transfer with my bonus action? Oh, no, it has to be my turn to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, because it's my hex. If the target drops to 0 points before this spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn. Okay.
Yeah. So on your turn, you'll be able to transfer the hex, but unfortunately not now. As it died, not before you die before your turn, effectively.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Everyone's friend, the giant crocodile, is just trying to be friends with Pauly. Keeps attacking him with disadvantage. 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
Okay, well, as you cartwheel around it, it attempts to sort of swing round with its tail. But a 12 is probably not any better.
Panache makes me like a dodge tank. It's great.
Yeah.
I was looking into it like the other day, and I was like, oh, this is really good. This is really, 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 really good. At first glance, you're like, it's okay. And then you realize, like, yeah, it's awesome. I'm very happy with it. Very, very, very happy with him.
The shark man is sort of comes back, this time with behind him, and sort of lands close by, is another figure. Yama, you see these guys. I think you're probably the only one that does from your vantage point. The one they bring with them looks like this.
Ooh.
Sort of a scaly head, arms that lead out into sort of a billowing cloak that you, upon closer inspection, realize that it's all connected.
Have we seen this person before, or was that just when we caught a glimpse previously?
I think maybe if you caught a glimpse previously.
Okay.
But it sort of flies over to get a bit of a better look, and sees you in the tree and so on, and seems to be conferring with the shark folk. But it's Damrakir's turn, and he's going to spend his entire turn getting out of this bloody water. And he tries to give a bit of the old yip to this Rothe, with animal handling. Greatest smuggler and animal handler of all time. Does not stop the Rothe from wanting to run. In fact, they continue running away from this crocodile.
No.
And they're going to run so far, it's going to lead you back to the festival. No, I'm just kidding. Sorn.
All right. I sent you a DM on Facebook. Also, but that is, I was just waiting till my turn to mention it. I'm going to transfer my hex onto Scaly Boy Crocodile. And I am going to firebolt him.
Yeah.
That is an 18 to hit for 12 damage.
18 to hit for 12 damage. Was that the scaly boy you said?
Yeah, the big crocodile boy.
Yep. So 12 fire damage, and how much for the hex?
And then the hex is...
Sorry, did it again. Didn't mean to. Just playing
6 necrotic damage.
How would you like to do this?
I want to blast a firebolt, and hit him. I'm assuming is pretty focused on Pauly currently, so I want to hit it in the side of the head to like pull its attention because the panache fades because I've engaged it, and then as it looks at me, it just rots away.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, burnt by the fire, it's still kind of standing, goes to snap at Pauly, but then like that jaw just kind of rots off and falls to the floor, and then the crocodile kind of collapses at his feet.
And that's it.
And I just saw your message, Dill. So that's, you get to swap out a spell per level or something, right?
Oh no! One of the pack thing that I took.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I forgot to update it before we started.
That's fine. Yeah, sort that out.
Okay.
Make that
Thank
change.
you.
I know there's certain things as a spellcaster, every time you level, you get to swap in and out of certain things, but only a certain amount of times as well. So,
Yeah.
I'll just trust that you can handle all that and let you do that. That's fine.
Thank you.
It should update most things. All right, so that's your turn. Pauly, there is a dead handbag in front of you.
Oh, lovely. I am going to attack the wharf rat right in front of Sorn. $18 to hit.
Absolutely.
How much health do these guys have?
Are you able to do 6 damage or less?
I don't think so.
So as you yeah, because you've got 5 d6s, right? So that you
just because, like, thematically, I'm just imagining like this wharf rat. Like, so he's done that and he's killed the guy I was fighting, and this wharf rat's just flying towards his face as he turns back around, and I want to skewer it when it's like about 5 centimeters from Sorn's face.
Yeah, so Sorn's looking over to where you were, right? And his finger still is outstretched where he's fired the firebolt. So he's not looking. The wharf rat leaps up to bite him again. You run over, skewer it out of midair. Yeah. And then from
and then I just want to say...
Oh, sorry, yeah, say
I just want to say, thanks for the assist, bud.
Good looking out.
And you just hear from Diana as she turns around and just back, horse double back kick the thing off your skewer, and it just
goes flying.
Flies into into one of the trees.
Perfect.
All right.
Hell yeah.
That is the end of combat. You've solved my my crocodile puzzle.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
I think Karu is probably going to go and help Damrakia get those rotate back.
Yeah, I'm going to go help herd them. I'm going to go herd them. I'm going to go fly over this side.
I'm going to move myself into the center, and when everyone started herding them, I'm going to just call everyone to me.
They go? Oh, there they are. Yeah, okay.
Bring everyone in a circle. I'll just gather around, form a circle around me.
All right, cool. I'm going to herd them.
Sure. Yeah, so after it takes a few minutes. There's a couple of strays, especially kind of the injured one. Karu, you and it kind of commiserate about being eaten by the tree, and after a few minutes, you're able to kind of limp back, or those of you that are sort of heavily injured are able to kind of limp back and gather around Sorn if that is what you wish to do.
Yep.
During this time, what is Yama doing? Just before we get into this, what does it look like? What does Yama do as people run off and get the Rothe?
Yama has absolutely not moved from his position over the tree corpse. Just this sword in his hand, I think he's absolutely sobbing a little bit to himself, like a bit of PTSD. The voice in his head from the sword is really bringing back memories from his brother, like absolutely urging him to just do more, take more, basically do more damage, more death. It's all just kind of like he's absolutely having like a panic attack. He's broken down basically in this pond swamp. Probably bits of wood and stuff all over him.
Karu definitely goes back to Yama after he's helped round up the Rothe, particularly if Yama hasn't moved.
Yeah, so he's just muttering. He's like, it wanted me to take your life. I couldn't do that. It's speaking in my head. It's such a powerful force. I don't know what to do.
The sword?
The sword. Just, can you take it from me, please? And his like head is low. He offers the sword, but his hand is still like, in fucking like sword position. Like he's like, please, just take it from me.
Yeah. Can I try to take the sword?
Well, Yama, give me a wisdom saving throw to see if you can now. I'll give you advantage because Karu's here. He's helping you. Okay. You've had a few minutes to kind of
calm down.
Yeah.
A 12 and a 13. Can I use my well, if I fail, can I use my saving face, which is I get 4 extra points because there's 4 allies around me watching?
Yeah, absolutely, and you do need that. You
okay.
You go to like release it, and then you just again you're still in that stance. You're in that fighting stance with this sword, unable to let it go. And then with the help of Karu and sort of everyone kind of gathering around, you look over and all your friends and allies are there, and that gives you that kind of heart to kind of slowly unclench on that sword and hand it over to Karu.
Yeah, and he just exhaustion over his face, but he like immediately looks up to Karu and like, do you need a potion? Do you need healing? I'm free of that evil. Please just leave it here, bury it. I don't care what you do. What do you need from me?
Karu's like, I just need you to chill for a bit, and he'll walk over to like this line of trees with the sword, and he'll yeet it as hard as he can into the trees.
Sorn's gonna keep an eye on that sword as long as he possibly can.
Yeet.
Is
that a strength versus perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's a good athletics versus perception here. To throw it where Sorn can't see it. Not necessarily he's doing it to try and stop Sorn seeing it, I think, but it's more just.
Can I dig deep for that? Because I'm focusing on that sword.
Right.
Can I guidance myself?
You only need to beat a 10. You'll be fine.
If you feel like you have to guidance yourself, yeah. If you're like,
well, we'll see.
Oh my god, get.
I'm so glad.
Oh my god.
Roll a 2.
Oh, do I have anything else though? Do I have anything else?
He really wants the sword.
Yes, I can. I can use the sorcery point and do it again.
Jesus.
Hey!
God damn.
Yeah. So, Sorn, you watch this sword go sailing out, and you start to lose track of it, and you think, oh shit, and you kind of dig deep into that magical blood that you have, and your eyes kind of flash with light and lightning, and the rest of the trees and stuff seem to sort of fade away into darkness, and then the sword is just sort of this glowing blue light that you watch fall in beyond the tree line.
Do I perceive him when I turn around? do I notice him staring?
I think so. I think absolutely you do. I don't think this is you tapping into your magical nonsense is subtle whatsoever.
Oh no, definitely not. My eyes are like there's like electricity and everything going on right now, which people haven't seen in a while because he doesn't use that magic.
Yeah, I think Karu narrows his eyes at you and then crosses his arms and just like shakes his head like, "Nah, man, leave it."
Sorn will just be like, "I'll be back. Never leave a relic behind," and I'm just gonna wander off into the woods and come back with the sword.
Oh my god!
And Karu tries to stop you. Like he grabs you. He's like, "What are you doing? That sword like just traumatized Yama. Leave it alone."
Yeah, but there's a lot going on up here. I reckon I can fix him.
Please,
I can fix him.
Nah, man, leave it. And
I
I'm,
agree.
holding
I
him back.
agree. Leave the sword. Leave the sword. We'll get more shiny things later.
I beg of you, leave it where it lay. It is absolutely not worth it. It is worming itself inside my brain and it feels disgusting. And
Yeah, but I can
just,
do
like,
this
pale.
really cool thing now. I think I can change its will.
Leave the sword.
This is a warlock thing. Like, I will fight over this. He's a warlock. He's still technically evil.
What do you mean?
Karu's not letting you go.
I agree.
Oh god, I don't
agree.
want to kill Karu.
On a meta level, I'm not going to have the party fight itself and fight each other. All right, so let's just put a pin in that.
Yeah, no, he's not going to.
However,
I was going to thunder step away, but I don't want to kill Karu.
Yeah, we're not going to start it. Yeah, Karu's looking pretty beat up. But if there is an argument that Sorn can make, perhaps we can play with that and see where that goes. Because you all have your characters all have things to do, or things you want to do. So I'll definitely allow that. But I'm just going to sort of rush ahead of this and just say, hey, look, we're not going to have an in-party fight and
yes,
curb all.
No, we've had that happen before. It doesn't end well.
Yeah, curb all intent to sort of fight each other. All right, but
I do want
this to play out, but I want it to play out like in role play.
Yeah.
Okay. Karu doesn't know that you've taken a warlock level or whatever even that means, right? So this has to be in character.
Okay. My Sorn looks at you and goes, I genuinely believe that this would aid the path that I am going down. The new powers that I have are a lot scarier than that sword.
Yeah, but
how would you know, friend? You've never held it. You've never heard it speak to your mind.
And you haven't heard what is going on in my mind currently. I currently have a god of thunder and a dreaming god.
I saw what it did to Yama though.
And I have fought all my life with martial weapons and have heard nothing of this sort.
But I believe if this sword, what did it do? Did it speak into your mind?
It is pure evil and would have me rend the flesh of my friend.
Well, I would ask, if you have fought with martial weapons your entire life, if it is speaking to you, I don't believe that it is a martial weapon. It's a magical weapon, which makes it my realm.
But my other sword also speaks to me and can cast spells and protect those I see as allies. And this was not like that. This was pure evil with a direct line to my mind.
Sorn's just gonna gesture to himself. What do you think I am?
I would not have pegged you for pure evil, my friend, and I do not think that you are as low as this sword.
No, I'm definitely not as low as the sword, but I have ideas of what I can do to this sword. If it comes to a point that it is too evil, by all means, put me down. Take it from my hands.
I would rather you not pick the sword and it never come to that point.
It won't come to that point.
It didn't seem like a particularly good sword. I mean, do you see how many times Yama missed with it? Like, is it really worth this?
I don't have a sword.
Yama's just like bright red because he knows it to be true. Like redder than normal.
Like,
I
you're gonna
don't-
have this really evil thing, but like it's not gonna hit all the time, and then it might make you turn on us and kill us. I feel like it's not a good deal.
I think, Sorn, what both Yama and Karu are trying to say is that the sword was evil for one of the party members, and they care about you. And I know that's very difficult for you to get sometimes, but we do care about you. We do not want you to even have a chance of corrupting. So, for us, please leave it alone.
I'm going to tell you this way. If that sword wants to corrupt me, it's got a long list of people to get in front of.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, too. That's the thing,
There's
though.
tougher stuff going on in my head
That's
than
it,
that
though,
sword.
mate. That's it, though, right? Like, this could be the thing that breaks the camel's back. It's just not worth it.
The Sorn's now going to look at Pauly and just say, what the fuck is a camel?
That's an excellent
He's
point.
like,
I love that.
I don't know what the fuck a camel is. All I know is I want
It's
that
the
sword.
straw that can break the Rothe's back.
They're pretty tough animals. And I'm pretty tough with magic.
I'm gonna literally point towards the bloodied Rothe that got attacked by a tree.
It got attacked by that giant fucking thing, to be fair. That's not a straw, that's a
giant tree.
Yes. It's not a straw, it's a tree. I believe it would be okay. I've tapped into something new here. And I believe I can send that sword somewhere else instead of leaving it here.
Send it to where and why?
I can send it to another realm. If it is in another realm, a realm purely created by my power, would it not be safer there than have someone else pick it up unassumingly?
Well, I can agree with that part,
would
actually.
also agree with that. Yes, I would prefer this not fall into unsuspecting hands. At least you have a knowledge of its evil.
Exactly.
All right.
And if
we
I do some tests on it while it's in that realm, without touching it, maybe I can fix it. Maybe I can turn it into a boon.
Look, it's a good argument. I agree. The last part, you got me going for it. So yeah, okay.
It is also something that I cannot disagree with.
I don't want anyone else to be be hurt by it either.
So we're in
Yes.
agreement.
If you're not
Yes.
using it for yourself, absolutely.
Yes, and I would prefer that the evil is taken from it, cleansed, I guess, rather than left unattended in a forest.
All right, I'm Karu.
He shrugs and lets go of you.
Thank you. And I'll make my way over.
We've got to work on that. You got to talk like that from the start, Sorn.
Yeah,
alright?
I'm not good at these things, okay? I like to argue. I'm going to walk over to the sword, and I want to. I'm going to pull my sleeve over my hand, pick it up, and then put it into my other sleeve.
Okay. Yeah. Picking up the blade, you can definitely. I mean, once it takes a couple of minutes. Karu, threw it into the tree line. You walk up and you find the sort of smoking blue lit blade of Commander Ledros. I'll see if I have a picture here actually, because we all remember our good friend Ledros.
How do I? Is that a homebrew item in D&D Beyond currently, or only
I just customized a regular blade.
Okay, so what is the? Actually, do you have that sheet, Cait? Can you just send me a screenshot of that, please?
Yeah,
it's effectively just a long sword, a +1 long sword.
Yeah, that's all it was.
It does some other stuff too, but only if and when it's attuned. So
Okay.
I'll shoot that to you on Facebook because there's
Thank
just
you.
check the notes section.
Yeah, so that note section only happens once you're attuned to it. And once you're attuned to it, other things happen that also aren't on the sheet, as you can, as you've seen happen to Yama. So you definitely feel. In fact, give me an Arcana check as you get close to this thing.
All right, let's go with the Arcana. That is an 11.
You get a lot of sort of necrotic, and pure evil from this thing for sure. You're not. you can definitely feel that there's something malevolent to this blade, though with an 11 I think you don't get any more than that. There's just sort of a malevolence about it that seems to be very similar to the undead you fought in the in Gangplank's Cove.
While Sorn's traipsing through the forest, I think it kind of Yama's broken his reverie. It does kind of reoccur to him that there were people watching them and coming back down towards them. So he's just going to maybe nudge Karu, and just say gently, "You have friends in the woods that were watching us to the north. Did you spy them earlier?"
I think he looks, maybe, I'm assuming Yama gestures, and he looks, and he's like, and then he yells at them, "Oh, you came back! I mean, a bit late, but hey."
Give me a perception check to hear what they say to each other.
Oh, I have advantage because sound. Sorry. Oof.
Ouch.
No.
You see the sort of the one with the cloak turns to the shark ones and says something. You don't really catch it, and then they all three of them begin to walk away.
I think Karu goes, "Sorry, you'll have to speak up. I'm standing in water," and he like sort of gets a little closer to them.
They were definitely not talking to you. He turned and said something to them.
No, I know.
Oh, okay, yeah, good. And then they begin to start walking away and walking back up where the river came into what you can kind of see appears to be sort of a makeshift camp. But they seem to have moved off.
Do you wish to follow them, Karu?
I'm
Someone's
intrigued.
gonna just chime in really quickly and go, "I believe we should probably take a few minutes to tend to our wounds."
Yes, Karu, your arm is almost off.
I'm
Yeah, it's a
I'm
bit
gonna
weird.
make my way to a group to like near the foot of the tree and call out, just like tell anyone that needs aid, come over here, and then I'm gonna say, "What do you think? Do you think we can take about 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
Do we have time?"
Well, we must also keep the Rothe in check. Do they look settled, the Rothe, or are they still skittish and...
Diana, they seem to be sort of hanging out around Diana. She seems to be trying to keep them calm. The one that's injured is looking pretty rough, but the rest of them have seemingly calmed down now. Combination of Damrakia and Cloppington kind of settling them for sure.
Or should we take a bit longer and actually try to rest a bit? It has been a very long one after the other type thing with us recently.
I mean, if we've got an hour, I could definitely deal with chilling for a bit.
What are we thinking?
Yeah, I'm cool if this spot seems safe enough, though we've not really addressed those who were watching us.
I think they've done a lot of watching and not a lot of interfering. So, like, I feel like they're fine. Karu, what do you think? They look a lot more like you than they do us. and
Yeah,
you could speak to them.
Yeah, that was confusing to me. I don't know why they look like me.
Mm.
But I mean, they didn't, like, I spoke to them like 3 times and they didn't even come down, so they're clearly not nice. I'm sure they'll come back and snoop again. Yeah, I'm sure they'll come back and be like, oh, what are they up to now? And not
they
talk
like
to
to
us.
snoop. I feel
Yeah,
like
they
we
like
should
to
be
watch.
okay if we just keep a lookout.
Keep an eye on them. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Are we all in
Guys-
accordance?
Yeah.
All right.
Get out of the water.
I am going to say now. Trust me here, guys. This isn't. I'm not trying to use the sword. Trust me. And I'm gonna mage hand the sword back out.
Okay.
Look,
and
that kind of looks like you're using the sword.
I'm not touching it. Not touching it. I'm gonna place it down on, like, I'm gonna sit down cross-legged and place it on the floor in front of me, and I'm going to use my blade ritual over the next hour, and it's going to disappear.
Okay. So Sorn sits there in the lotus position and starts trying to commune with the blade at his feet. What are the rest of you doing as we sort of enter into a short rest?
Yama's definitely gonna brew some tea. He's just chilling, brewing some tea, recouping himself. He would offer Karu a potion that he has.
Potion,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Okay. He's just taking some mental health time.
And that's a great segue, Cait, into the fact that we are raising money for Mental Health Month. Actually, we're raising money for Beyond Blue in conjunction with a couple of other D&D live streams. So if you're watching at the moment, we're deep into the show. We're probably going to finish up in about half an hour, but there is still time to donate if you want, or come back and obviously donate at another time if you can afford it. Charity. Hopefully that puts a link in thing. There we go. To the Beyond Blue raising money for the Crossing the Streams event, which is being done with us. Raging Rolls every Thursday. I got to play in their game and kind of help raise money for them, and Split the Party, which is another D&D group as well. So if you can afford to chuck in a couple of bucks, that's great. And of course, any subscriptions or tips or donations or anything like that that go towards this channel for this month, at the end I'll collate all them and throw them into the pot for Beyond Blue as well. So if you want to impact the game, you can always subscribe, donate subs as per usual. That helps the party out. Or gifted subs cause wild magic surges, which can potentially fuck the party over. But all of that revenue from Twitch will go towards the Mental Health Month and Beyond Blue specifically.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Ooh.
Thanks for alley-ooping that for me, Cait. I know it was 100% intentional. Karu, what are you doing during this hour of rest?
Karu is going to probably put his arm back on, I guess. Sort of just, I guess, dress his wounds. And probably go and sit with Diana and just check in on her and compliment her on her ability to not only fend off the rat, but also to keep the Rothe, basically, here. And he kind of like... maybe like harks back to the first fight they had in the forest where he spent pretty much the entire time trying to keep the Rothe in check. And he's just like, man, and you managed to also fend off a rat? You pretty talented. It's pretty good of you.
She says, she kind of not brushes off your compliment. She's sort of like a bit shy about receiving that kind of compliment. And she says, well, I guess just my time dealing with the unicorns has kind of helped me deal with these guys as well. Or maybe there's a bit of, they know that, you know, we're not too far apart in terms of what we are. But I was so scared. But that tiny rat, it just, oh my god, its mouth was all covered in Sorn's blood. and it ran between my legs, and I just freaked out. No, I promise I will do better. I will do better next time. I will be a much better pirate next time.
You don't have
baby steps, man. Baby steps.
Yeah, you don't have to promise anything. What are you talking about? You did a good job, and like the Rothe like hung around you. You say it's because maybe you guys are similar. I think it's because maybe they saw a little bit of a comforting leader in you. That's why they stayed with you. And that rat was horrible. Like I hated them too. Don't worry about that. That's fair. Totally valid reaction. Ugh.
So yeah, she smiles, and she said she looks a little bit more resolved and is like, "Oh, thank you. But no, I promise I'm gonna be I'm gonna make the rats afraid of me next time for sure."
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you ever want any fighting tips, sparring partner or anything like that, you know who to call. He's just, and then you sort of see him kind of. He doesn't flex. He kind of tries to do a flourish, but then he's like, ah.
Yeah, and she kind of looks over and she's like, "Oh, does Captain Pauly give lessons?"
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Pauly's
just
actually.
He took on that crocodile all by himself. He did.
It was
really
very
impressive.
cool.
Pauly's actually trying to get lessons how to like move his pecs like Duff the Kid does. So he's got his shirt off or his ruffled shirt like open like that. He's like, so I can't keep doing it, but just these bird titties just don't do the same thing. The most undignified thing after a compliment like that. He doesn't hear it, of course, but he's just doing this weird little dance, trying to like move his titties like this.
Yeah, Karu and look across to the other part of the sort of clearing, and there's Pauly doing like his little dance.
And I feel like Karu just says a little vacantly, he's like, "Yeah, very impressive, our captain." Like,
very cool. After the hour, you all get the benefits of a short rest.
Yay!
Sorn, you spend that hour tapping into this sword. You feel it sort of whispering, and as you spend time with it, you can feel it whispering and calling to you. And
16.
Perhaps I'll come up with what that is and send it to you offline, because you're the only one that hears it in your brain.
I am bonded to it now. The only way I can send it.
You go to dismiss the blade into the pocket dimension you have created for it. Give me a wisdom save.
All right. I'm gonna dig deep for this wisdom save.
Yeah, because everyone's watching.
Digging deep. Come on. Well, that didn't go very well, but
So no one notices at first because they're all kind of doing their own thing, having these chats and so on.
No, that's not no, saving throw. Saving throw. I can use my favored by the gods.
Yeah,
I misquoted what I used before. It was magical guidance, but yeah, I'm going to use my favored by the gods.
Yep.
Now.
What's after the long rest? After the short rest. So any short rest stuff you have is revitalized as well. And you first try and dismiss the sword, and it doesn't go. No one's noticed or anything like that. No, I don't think you've had to do a big flourish or anything, but you've tried to mentally go, okay, I will pack the sword away in this pocket dimension out of my immediate reach.
Yeah. So I'm going to favored by the gods, and I'm going to use my guidance, because I was digging deep for that.
Yep.
So that is a D4 / roll 1D4. So that goes up to a 7, and then I'm going to roll / roll 2D4, which then goes up to an 11.
Not enough, I'm afraid. So whilst perhaps no one notices because they're they're having their chats and sipping tea and checking out Damrakia's pecs, you go to you do the subtle motions that you need to do, and you mentally banish the sword away to this plane that you've created for it after you've had the discussion, you've bonded to it, and you say, okay, now you go away, and it doesn't go, and you realize there's a part of you not wanting it to go. There's a part of you that wants to pick it up.
Tried to tell you, man.
Give me another wisdom save.
Okay. Well, that's a 17.
Just as you're starting to panic a little bit, and starting to sweat, and starting to think, oh yeah, I could just, Yama was just weak. You could just pick up the sword and hold on to it and use it. It'd make you stronger. This is what you're after. You sort of catch yourself and go, whoa, that's dumb. And then you blast it away into
and it's gone. And then I just sort of look around and I'm like, no one caught it. Like, just making sure that no one's caught that. And I'm like, yeah, we're good. Like, see, it was fine.
I don't think so. Yeah, unless anyone wants to, at this point, take a particular keen interest and explain why they were having such an interest in Sorn. But he has been sitting near motionless for an hour, so I feel like he really fades into the background.
No, Yama is definitely self-focused right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Karu's focused on Diana.
Yeah, like
and then Pauly's pecs.
Sorn's like got a Naruto like ninja sheet in front of him, just disappears into the tree.
When do you get an hour to sit there and just play with your titties with a peck master? Come on,
Yeah, he's showing you.
It's all good.
Damrak here has been sort of popping them back and forth. Oh, if I can do it on stream there, you can kind of a little jiggle. My wiggle, jiggle. He's doing it to different beats. As he kind of retells this, he sort of sings a bit of the song of his people. You can actually see as he talks, like the tattoos on his arms and stuff seem to be moving, but he's moving and he's stretching the skin around, and it kind of looks like the pattern is slightly moving, not in like outlandish ways. But it's just almost like a hypnotic effect.
If I didn't use panache for that last round, I would love to say that like that's how I learned panache, which is like a titty dance.
Sorry to interrupt. I do have to ask because I'm assuming that this is a cursed weapon. And I am now bonded to it. Yep. Does that automatically attune it? And kick something else off my list if it's cursed.
It definitely needs attuning, and I would say that yes, like bonding to it attunes that item to you for sure.
Okay, well,
it is going to be having a cool blade, I think.
Yeah, it's attuned, but I can talk to it now. So, I can't actually attune to this.
Yeah, I don't think, because I haven't created it as a custom item that requires attuning, but as a You're right, in a meta level, as a cursed blade, it would have an attunement ability that it attunes to you, not the other way around, right? Like
so I don't lose an attunement slot then. Very good.
You do.
Yeah, I know.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm
just gonna say, like, as I stand up, my slippers just like fall off my feet, and I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know what's happened. Like, why are my shoes falling off?
So your shoes are just slightly too big now. Your little slippies, and you can still wear them. They just don't seem to be magical.
Yeah, they're no longer attuned anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Do you tell anyone?
No, I think I would try to speak to the blade and just say, "What are you?"
I am the endless frost, the bottomless despair, the blade of Ledros, and he shall return the head of an army, a fleet of ships will take these islands. Sorn, you will be part of the vanguard, raised up for her glory. The bodies we knock down, the souls we take, their flesh will fall and feed those below. We, with you and me working together, no one will hurt you ever again. You don't need these other mortals to watch your back. They have to sleep. They have to eat. All you need is me, Sorn. Call me and I shall be at your side, in your hand, delivering your will, your righteous glory. There are two types of respect in this world, Sorn. Fear and admiration. I can deliver that to you.
Sorn's going to break off contact and then say immediately to the group, we need to find a volcano. This thing, like, goddamn, like, this thing's got issues, dude. Like,
Does it? Does it really? Does it really have issues?
I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. I don't want to murder any of you any more than usual. Like, it's okay. But, like this thing, like, holy damn, Yama. Like, okay. I get it. I understand what you were saying now.
I'm all for the volcano trip.
Yeah, I believe either a volcano or I think I can break its will with a little bit more.
But what if it breaks your will?
Sure. I don't think the dream would let that happen. He great dude. Hasn't spoken to me in a while, but like, great dude. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Either volcano, but it's yeah, I definitely believe that it is cursed, which luckily I can remove those things.
But you were not presenting falsities before. You do have somewhere where you can keep it under.
Oh yeah, it's got like you don't see it anyway. Like it's gone. Cool. It's like I reach into my sleeve. I'm like, it's not in here. Like I'm wriggling, like fiddling around. I'm like, it's not in here.
Like a magician. Nothing up my sleeve.
Nothing up in this sleeve. Yeah, like it's okay. It is currently. I suppose I don't understand how this little this realm that I can keep it in works. Like I don't know if like I can talk to the sword right now. Like I can still talk to it. So I suppose it's still technically
exerting its influence on you.
No, not exerting its influence on me because it's not in front of me, so it can't physically do anything. And I can keep it there for as long as I don't pull it out of that place. Like it's fine. But like I can commune with the sword now, so I can figure out what its deal is, and I think I could like break it. Like I could break the sword's will and make it my bitch, or throw it in a volcano. Well, who knows? We'll figure it out.
Yama is unconvinced and just glances at Captain Pauly. Like,
it's fine, trust me. It's all good. It's all good. It's all gravy over here. Speaking of, what is gravy?
And he's supposed to be the smart one of our group.
Do I hear Pauly say this?
I say that, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I am not smart,
I'm not
Pauly.
quiet about it.
Pauly, I'm. What about me makes you think I am smart?
I don't know, you read books and then magic comes out of them?
I can barely read at best.
I mean,
my eyes do a lot, but that's the dreaming
You say a
guy.
lot of big words when you're casting spells. That's pretty fancy and smart.
Yeah, well, now I have a sword that is somewhere within my essence, I guess, or in the dreaming. I don't know. Somewhere. It's fine. It's all good. Can't do anything. I can talk to it. I'll just call it a little bitch every so often and just like tease it and see what happens. Like we'll see. We'll see if it comes back at me. But we'll find definitely keep Volcano in the back of your mind. Or maybe we leave it in Prismere when we eventually go there.
I'm just imagining Sorn's whole grand plan is to belittle the sword until he breaks its will in that way.
Yep, that is 100% what Sorn is going to do. That is Sorn in a nutshell. Be a dick until it becomes my friend. That's what happened with Pauly. Now we're I can't even say best, but now we're kind of friends, I guess.
Like the
I look at
opposite
Pauly.
of love bombing.
Like, I just look at Pauly. I'm like, we're friends, sort of, right? I guess.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, everyone,
See?
every captain needs an idiot around.
Well, I thought you said I was a
If
smart
you
one.
aren't smart, then you're an idiot. I mean,
Well,
that's
what does
pretty
that
much the
make
way.
you?
An idiot savant is probably actually the best way that I would explain you.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take that one. Very charismatic. Like, we're good. And then I pretend
It's fun.
like I'm gonna like Sorn's gonna play a little joke on the party. I reach into my sleeve and you hear a jingle like he's grabbed a blade. And I go to pull it out and it's a little knife. I'm like, put it back.
Good.
Don't worry about it.
Good.
It's
good,
fine.
Good. All right. Let's go get this
Do I get
bloody
the
rotate.
effects of a short rest, or because I did the ritual? I
No, I think you get a short rest as well. I think because you weren't doing
Yes.
anything active, I'll allow that for sure.
a short rest.
Well, let's go
That
get these
would be-
rotate down.
Yeah, Dumrakia, which direction do we need to head? Is it towards the...
Right down.
We're heading south. Yeah, we're heading south. We'll steer clear of those weirdos. No
8.
offense, Karu. And
5.
and head south. I
12,
try and
16.
avoid most. Look, I love
natives?
the sea elves. Some of my best friends are sea elves, but they get very religious-y at you every time you go visit.
Do we?
They've got a lot of them. They want to they want to bring out a pamphlet, or they start singing songs. It's a whole thing. And they're usually not super cool about moving goods from one place to another without paying a tithe.
Yeah, no, bugger that. Bugger that. Let's go now. Come on. Come on.
You start walking and herding the Rothe back through the jungle. And I'm trying to find my maps here. Any kind of conversations or anything in particular as you're making your way through the nondescript jungle? You start hearing ahead of you the sound of the ocean getting closer and closer again. You sort of made your way into the interior, and you seem to be sort of popping out towards a beach just over the horizon, over the tree line. But what kind of conversations are you having as you walk across?
Yama is definitely keen to know whether Karu would like to go back at some point to the Sea Elves. Like, would you not get some more information, perhaps, on your history, or perhaps some lost memory?
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to talk to people that look like me, particularly seeing as I didn't think there was anyone like me out there.
You've never spoken to anybody like yourself.
Well, like, I'm not a sea elf. Obviously, sea elves don't usually have appendages or fishiness to them like I do.
And you were once upon a time not like you are now. I remember from the Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something that happened.
Is Sorn over here? This is going to be like, what do you mean the Hall of Mirror? I wasn't there for that. What did Karu look like?
Well, that is not my information to share.
Oh, that's a good point. Karu, what did you look like?
This, but less fishy. And I definitely didn't have these tentacles or these gills or anything like that.
Giving me a lot to think about.
Yeah, let's go find some other sea elves then, if you want to. I mean, I apologize. I didn't realize you hadn't talked to people like that. You didn't seem very interested in them.
Also, at this point, Sorn's just going to go quiet. And can I make an Arcana check to see whether Karu is cursed?
Ooh.
Let's talk of curses.
Sure. Yeah. You can. So try and get a feel if Karu is cursed.
Yeah. How cursed is Karu?
Pretty cursed.
That is a 19.
Whilst there is a certain level of kind of, you've seen Karu kind of light his blade on fire and whatnot. This is unlike any magic you've interacted with in the past. There's definitely not an enchantment or a curse on Karu. This is his. No more so than other dark elves have magic about them. There is maybe like a little background, like you're getting a little bit on the Röntgen scale, but not massively. A little bit
I can just magic. Taste it on the tip of my tongue.
But I think it's definitely like, oh, there's another fey creature. When you look at Karu, you're like, oh yes, I can see the elvish features, but then there's other bits accentuated But I don't know how many other like wood elves, high elves Sorn's seen in the past either. So,
true, Karu could just look completely normal to Sorn.
No elves you've ever heard of have had tentacles, and no elves you've ever heard of have shark bodies. But you have seen driders.
This is true.
Half drow, half spider creatures. Those were usually turned that way by some kind of magic, and you're not just sensing that kind of cursed lolth energy from Karu. You're not seeing a curse from a god. You're not. It's like a drider, but not. It's like it's a lot more natural.
Okay, like an evolution.
Does that kind of fit with how you feel, Katie?
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Whereas I guess when you interact with Dinah Cloppington, you kind of look over at her to kind of calibrate. She's definitely got a curse about her going on.
Well, I'm gonna go. Well, I'm glad that didn't try anything, because then that would have been weird. Nothing happened. It would have looked really dumb.
Didn't try any?
Don't worry, it's fine. I just used my magical eyes to see if what's ailing.
Ew, weird.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, bro.
Ask permission first.
Cloppington, by the way, we're dealing with that. I was saying if we could try and help you, I guess. Gotta help the sword that keeps talking to me.
I don't want help. I chose this.
Oh, okay. Oh, much better. Yeah, no, that's heaps better. Okay, I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
Thought this was an ailment. In my mind, having I'm just not gonna say it.
Look, it was a decision I made. I guess I'm just surprised that it looks like maybe other people made that decision too.
Who gave you the question or the option?
No, let's not. No, it doesn't matter. That person doesn't matter. I don't even remember.
All right.
Can I see and check and see if she does care about that?
Insight check?
Yeah.
Yama is actively not rolling an insight check.
Yama's taking his stuff on face value, but Pauly, ever the captain, trying to gauge the temperature of his crew. I think it's fair to make an insight check. Cait, if you want to roll a deception, even just to yourself, or blindly, or only to me, if you want.
Yep.
Just so. Okay. So you can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see
it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but no one else can. So what would you like to tell Pauly based on that roll?
Oh my gosh, I wish you'd set it to only private for Pauly.
So what were you gauging again, Timmy? Sorry?
Just whether you cared. Because you obviously know the person, right? Or you said that you know the person who did it. Whether you cared about that person or not. And what happened to you. Or even if you remembered, just anything. I can gauge off that.
Because Karu's point was, I chose this. And
Yeah.
what was the second part that you said you didn't care about? Sorry.
It was like when they were like, "Who was it?" I was like, "Oh no, that person doesn't matter. Like, I don't even remember them."
Yes.
No, Karu remembers.
Mm-hmm.
He remembers who it was.
That's all I wanted to know. Like, if was that
you hear that from the tone. That
that's what I mean.
Karu
That's what I mean. I wanted to know by the tone, essentially. That's really it. I didn't want to obviously to elaborate anymore. Just wanted to gauge the tone of that, and that Pauly just puts that in the back of his brain. Remembers that.
So Dumrick here, leading the way,
Doesn't
cutting
say
through parts of the jungle, says, "Yeah, we're almost here. The Son of Ellis have their own warehouse, their own docks. Sorn's sister wants us to load them up here, and they'll be able to kind of rebrand them, put them on boats, and make sure they get to the shop fronts effectively."
Sounds good. We get paid.
Eventually, you bash your way into a clearing.
By the way, I just noticed the ship is going backwards.
We're in a mad reverse right now.
It's at anchor, maybe. I don't know. How's... can I pick up the ship? Here we go.
It's fine. It's just our amazing sailing. Oh. Well,
just ruining my immersion.
We're just bouncing around everywhere right now.
Choppy seas.
Well, I mean, you did leave the boat in the hands of Nesbit, Reynard, and someone else. So,
yep.
Whoops, wrong one.
Reynard. Yeah, Reynard and Nesbit.
Ignore
Reynard should be pretty good at
the world map. We didn't want this. We want this one.
Reynard should be pretty good at sailing a ship.
Ooh.
He's a gift.
There's a hive of activity as you sort of start traipsing out of the jungle in particular, and come across a sort of a small, built up. It's definitely more than encampment, but it's not quite a town. There are a number of sort of small buildings, a number of them on stilts, and a couple of warehouses and a smithy. And you and the Rothe start entering in, and then you are challenged by a number of what appear to be guards who call out, What are you doing? Who goes there?
I'm going to panache them all. It's also like an out of combat thing as well.
Sure.
And are they hostile to us?
Well, they've just run over and are like, "Who are you? Why have you entered into our area?"
Yeah. I'm going to panache them, just kind of like, fellas, it's okay, We were told to come here by this man's sister, and we're here to deliver these Rothe.
And Sorn's in the background, just like thumbs up.
Now, Dan has forgotten because I don't have these notes in front of me. What was your sister's name, Sorn?
You cut out, Dan.
I don't have my notes here because I'm a terrible DM. But what was your sister's name? It's been like 3 months since I've.
I physically can't get into my notes. Oh wait, no, they might be on D&D Beyond.
Started with an R.
Talia?
No, I have notes.
Yeah, Talia. It was Talia.
Not
It was Talia.
Not an R. But thank you for playing.
Close enough. $1 million question was.
They're in my phone.
This is my notes. It's just like a accumulation of papers with words on them. So.
Just like where did it go?
Legit. They're not even in any kind of order.
So you say that you've been sent by Talia, and you've brought these Rothe.
By the way, they're charmed by me.
Oh yeah? Do they have to do anything?
No, that's a beauty of panache. Basically, actually, no, sorry. Yeah, they get to they do. Is it? No, it's only a hostile creature. I'm pretty sure. 1 second. Let me just read it. If it isn't hostile, no. So yeah, okay. But there is no effect if they actually misroll it. They're just not beguiled by my charm. So like I've got to roll persuasion check, and you have to roll insight for them.
All right. Yeah, let's see.
27.
I don't think they can even hit that high on their insight.
I'm just really charming.
Yeah. So what do you say specifically that's so charming as you kind of spread the wings out, puff up the chest?
Yeah, and then kind of just like, straight up, like I use the wings to like batter away like the foliage of the jungle, you know? So like I'm making an entrance straight away. Like I'm not hiding anything by walking through and just go, fellas. Oh, by the way, that's a really nice hat. You know, oh mate, where do you get those buttons from? Those buttons are really nice, you know? Just complimenting each of the guards specifically on one certain thing that I can pick out, like, you know, about them.
Yep. Perfect.
Not giving them a chance to think about it.
So they've run up, drawn swords, but not attacking, but have gone like, hey, who are you? And then you say, oh, hey guys, we're all friends here. It's all good. And being, tossing out compliments like they're candy at Halloween. And they say, "Oh, Talia, you'll need to speak with you'll need to speak with the lady or her assistants around here somewhere." And this is and so one of them goes running to go grab them. The other one sort of stays with you. Says, "Oh wow, I've never met a bird guy before. I didn't know bird guys could talk. Wow, you must be." You must be an amazing adventurer. I don't. Where are you from?
Look, I don't even really know. I mean, I was just born on a ship, and then here I am now, just meeting lovely fellow like yourself.
He says, "Well, let me be the first to welcome you to the Sonavella estate. The lady, we're all in a bit of a tizzy at the moment. We're packing up. We're sort of preparing a ship." But
oh yeah, what's on the ship?
We're just getting supplies. I really shouldn't say. And then he kind of
come on, mate. Look, what's that like that information between friends? You know what I mean? He mild acquaintances.
Yeah, he kind of leans in just to you and says, "All right, well, look, I shouldn't say, and he kind of leans in just to you and he says, "Oh, we're gonna go recover a bunch of lost cargo."
I should actually.
Where's that cargo?
Sorry, I should just ask really quickly. Do I bear a resemblance to my sister?
In that you are both drow, I think. Yes.
Because she is my twin, is she not?
Probably. I mean, she tells everyone she can that she's 3 minutes older, though.
Oh, that's so fun. She'll die 3 minutes faster.
That's how that works. So no, like, well, where is the cargo? Like, I mean, if you guys need any extra help, we have our own ship. 2 ships are better than 1.
I feel like Karu leans into Yama over here in this conversation. He's like, I bet you the cargo's in Felky.
You mentioned the same ship.
Oh yeah,
earlier,
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking it is. But I want to see if anyone else is going for it as well. But that's my point of asking this.
Yeah, he's like, oh look, I really shouldn't say. And then
look, that's fair enough, mate. That's all good. But is it anywhere near Felky?
Give me an insight check.
Sure.
Can we all give insight checks because we're watching?
Sure. I'll allow it. Anyone who's actively looking at this, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm not being quiet.
No. Yeah, he's trying to be quiet, but then you're just like, is it anyone near Felky? And Sorn and Karu, or Sorn in particular, you see his eyes go wide, and it's definitely an expression of how would you know that. Pauly, you're distracted as sort of the other guard who had challenged you is kind of come and brought a sort of sergeant over to come talk with you.
I'm gonna literally just slap the guy on the shoulder and go, "It's all right, secret's safe with me, mate." Give him a wink and then walk to the sergeant.
What is
not knowing it, but that it's right, of course. You know what I mean? But just leave it at that.
Karu, what are you doing during this?
I think I'm just hanging behind with Yama, probably. I'm not engaging with the people. Probably just hanging by the Rothe.
Just hanging out with the Rothe.
Yeah.
Then as this guy gets closer, you kind of look over just to acknowledge that, or just to get an idea of this person. He sees you, and he recognizes you instantly.
Me?
No, Karu.
Do I recognize him?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably not. And he says, he points a shaking finger at Karu and says, "The assassin is back! Guards! Guards!" And that's where we'll end it for this week.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Definitely glad we got that rested.
Karu, what have you done?
Oh, wow.
It's come full circle
Katie
to
just
your
put it
wild
together?
little sojourn.
Yeah, I just recognized the map.
Oh, did you zoom out? I specifically made it very zoomed in when it loaded, so you'd have to zoom out to see what this place is.
Yeah, I just zoomed out and went, wait a minute, I've seen here before. I was coming from a different direction, so it makes total sense that Karu would not recognize this area until that probably happens. So my thought process mirrors Karu's thought process at that point.
Love that. That's so cool.
That's good.
That's clever. Nice. Very nice.
Cool. Well, I hope you all had fun. It's 9:08, so thank you for bearing with us for these couple of hours.
That's all right. It was
No,
good.
that was great.
Very good.
And hopefully next week we'll all be available to continue the journey, 6:30, 6:45-ish, 7 p.m. at the latest, to continue the story and figure out why is Karu being labelled as an assassin and why has he been here before. In fact, actually, Katie, when you saw this map last, I do actually have a nighttime version of this map, so that is also probably why it looks different.
Oh yeah, it was nighttime, but also the zoomed in thing really helped.
Really fucked with you? Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Love it.
absolutely.
Will we see Sorn corrupted by the blade, or will the blade be corrupted by Sorn, and how will anyone be able to tell the difference? Will Karu escape from being labelled as an assassin? Will Pauly ever learn how to flex his pecs like Dam Rakir? And will Yama ever get to make that cup of tea for the team? Find out next week on Tats and Tarasques. That's it from me. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh boy.